Hello everyone. So let's start with the detailed solution and explanation of the 2014 MSc Botany entrance exam question paper. This is the last video of this 2014 question paper. We will complete this in this video, and from the next video I will be starting the 2015 MSc Botany entrance exam question paper with my detailed solution and explanation. So let's start with the first question. The study of interrelationships between organism and the environment is. We all know that the answer is ecology. Ecology is concerned with interactions that the organism have among themselves and with their surrounding abiotic and biotic factors. Ernest Haeckel, a German scientist, coined the term ecology. Next question. Competition is the most severe between two. So the answer is B, that is competition is most severe between two closely related species growing in the same habitat, and the competition become even more severe if they are able to interbreed among each other, because in that case the competition will be in all the four domains: the space, food, mating and survival. The force operating in an ecosystem which controls the unchecked growth of population is. So the answer is environmental resistance, because it checks the uncontrolled growth of population. The other options also we can study. The fecundity is an organism reproductive capacity, that is the number of offspring it's capable of producing. Mortality rate is the number of death per thousand individual per in a particular area. And biotic control is a control over a species due to its negative interacting partner. Mutualism and proto-cooperation are. So we know that mutualism and proto-cooperation are a kind of positive interaction. Let's see what are mutualism and proto-cooperation. So mutualism is a positive interaction in which both the partners are benefited and the relation is free. That is, the survival depends upon interaction. For example, the lichen, mycorrhiza, symbiotic entomophyxing bacteria like Rhizobium, etc. The proto-cooperation is a type of mutualism, but here the relation is not obligatory. That is, the survival do not depend upon interaction. Example, a bird sitting on a cattle for feeding on the ectoparasite of the cattle, or the very famous example from NCERT that we read in our class 12, the sea anemone and the hermit crab association. Next question, succession is. So we know that succession is a series of biotic communities that appear in a previously bare area. Let's read a little bit about succession and its type. The ecological succession is a gradual change in a species community of an area with respect to its changing environment, one after the other, till a climax community is attained, which is in perfect harmony or equilibrium with its surrounding. There are two types, the primary succession and the secondary succession. Primary succession is the succession on an entirely new habitat which has never been colonized before, for example, a newly emerged land part from water. Or secondary succession is the succession on a previously colonized but now disturbed or damaged habitat due to some catastrophic event, for example, after a forest fire or other catastrophic events. Next question, lichen and mosses occur during succession in. So let's see a different type of succession on the basis of habitat. These are hydrosphere, a succession starting on aquatic habitat. Xerosphere, succession initiating on a dry bare land. Lithosphere is a succession starting on a bare rock surface. Samosphere, succession initiating on sandy habitat. Halosphere is a succession starts in saline soil or water. Then senile, it's a very important term. It is a succession of microorganisms and lower plants on dead plant part and bodies. And then comes the larger domain, that is eosphere or geosphere, which is a succession involving vegetation development throughout an era. So lichen and mosses are the pioneer community in Gerard's succession or xerosphere. Lichen, what they do, they makes the land enriched with soil surface, and then mosses takes part in this succession, which makes the soil which maintains the humidity and other nutrient in the soil. So lichen and mosses occur during succession in the xerosphere. Next question, organisms living in a particular area constitute. So the answer is biotic community. A biome is a community of organisms that show environment specific common characters. A biome can be classified according to the plants and animals that live in it. Biotic community is the group of together living organism within an environment or habitat. If the biotic community is associated with the abiotic factors interacting with it, it forms an ecosystem. And the next point is very important. It is often asked in the exams that who coined the term ecosystem. The term ecosystem was coined by Sir A.G. Tensley. Next question. Insectivorous plants are adapted to soil. We know that the answer is that they are adapted to soil which are deficient in nitrogenous compounds. So insectivorous or carnivorous plants, as we call them, derive some or most of their nutrients from trapping and consuming animals or protozoans, typically insects and other arthropods. They grow in soil which is thin or poor in nutrients, especially the nitrogen, such as acidic bogs. They are found across the world except Antarctica and in some Pacific islands. Next question. The energy flow in an ecosystem is. So we all know that the energy flow in an ecosystem is unidirectional. So let's see the diagram of energy flow through ecosystem. You can see that the radiant energy of sunlight is trapped by the green leaves or the chlorophyll component containing organism through photosynthesis into chemical bonds of glucose, which is then oxidized through cellular respiration in mitochondria to form the chemical energy, that is the ATP, which is the energy currency of the cell. In this regard, it is important to note the Lindemann's 10% energy transfer law, which states that during the transfer of food energy from one trophic level to the next, only around 10% of the transferred energy is stored as flesh and is available for consumption at the upper trophic level. Next question. The increased productivity of lakes and streams brought about by nutrient enrichment is known as. So we all know that the answer is eutrophication, because it is the definition of eutrophication. Eutrophication is enrichment of nutrients in a water body resulting into increased productivity, that is heavy growth of algae or algal blooms and phytoplankton. Eutrophication may result into O2 depletion of water bodies, and the common reason for eutrophication includes discharge of sewage, fertilizers, detergent, etc., which contains high nitrate and phosphate. Biomagnification is accumulation of toxic chemicals at higher trophic levels in a food chain, and biological augmentation or bioaugmentation is the introduction of archaea or bacterial culture at a place to enhance the process of degradation of a contaminant. Which ecosystem does not show variations dependent upon geographic location and rainfall? So we know that marine ecosystem is completely independent of the geographic location and rainfall. The ocean covers more than 70% of the total Earth surface and show least variation in species diversity. So least variation in species diversity should not be confused with least species diversity, because here we are not saying that the oceans are less in species diversity. The ocean are the biggest source of species diversity, but one ocean show less variation compared to species diversity compared to another ocean. So this is like there is less variation among two oceans in terms of their species diversity. Next question. Pyramid of number deal with the number of. We know that pyramid of number deal with the number of individual in a trophic level. Pyramid of number indicates the total number of individual organisms at each trophic level in the food chain. Next question. Desert biome does not support much vegetation as it lacks. We know that desert biome do not support much vegetation because it is lacking in water. It do not have sufficient water. Next question. Ozone layer is found in. So we know that ozone layer is found in the stratosphere. You can see this diagram, this image, in which you can see the various length of the various layers of the atmosphere, ranging from troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and the outermost exosphere from the surface. And this is a very notorious question asked in many exam, that in which layer of the Earth atmosphere the commercial jet aircraft fly. So we now know that commercial jet aircraft fly in the lower atmosphere because it is in the lower stratosphere, because it has very low turbulence and very balanced humidity and temperature. A secondary pollutant is, so we know that a secondary pollutant among these four is ozone. A primary pollutant is an air pollutant emitted from a source directly into the atmosphere, for example CO, carbon monoxide, SO2, NOx, etc. and secondary pollutant are formed as a result of chemical or the physical interaction among the primary pollutant or their interaction with an environmental component. For example, NO2, SO3, O3, etc. So here we complete the 2014 MSc Botany entrance exam of Delhi University. In the next video, I will be giving the detailed solution and explanation of the DU MSc Botany entrance exam 2015 question paper. If you have any doubt in the solution, please do comment. Please like the video and do comment and subscribe to appreciate my work. And please stay tuned for more upcoming solution videos of various MSc entrance exams related to biological sciences.